It is about 20 minutes to midnight right now. I was just about to sleep and decided to make this quick video. Um, while scrolling through Instagram this evening, I came across a video that was that was basically the creator was, um, just stating some fun facts. And she said that if I remember her handle, I'm going to link her in the description in case you want to check her out. But I'm just linking to give her credit, not because I'm affiliated with her in any way or something like that. Yeah, but basically, one of the fun facts that really caught my attention was she said, usually when people see your life flashes before your eyes right at the point where you are having a brush with death, um, it is often said so because your brain literally goes through your memories looking for similar experiences of situations in the past where it was able to get you out of that situation, where it was able to, you know, activate your reflexes fast enough for you to, somehow save yourself from that situation. So when your life flashes before you at the point where you're having a brush with death, it is your brain trying its best. It's like an emergency activation where it is trying to save your life. And this reminded me of a quote that has been one of my favorite quotes for a very long time. It's a quote by Gerard Way that says, "One day your life will flash before your eyes. Make sure it is worth watching." And this is an incredibly profound quote. I don't know if um what Gerard Way was thinking about when he said this, but for a long time, even though I have not articulated it before, I knew that this quote meant what this fun fact uh, um, was saying, right? Maybe not exactly, but to some sense, to a certain degree, um, near the end of your life, I have this feeling. It doesn't even stem from my spiritual beliefs. I feel like even if we were just biological organisms and nothing more, then based on all that I know about our life experiences, then at some point at the end of someone's life, even if it takes just 1 second, right? I feel like the whole of your life will just flash before your eyes with startling clarity, with a very horrifying clarity. So, things like mistakes that you made in the past, things like, regrets that you have, things that you knew that were very blatantly obvious for you and you didn't really handle them well. Those sorts of things. I believe that there is a point in every person's life that this will come back to them. It will replay itself to them. And when they say flash before your eyes, it sounds it's very accurate because it's actually a flash, right? Because if you say, okay, what if my death happens with a bullet straight to the heart? I won't even have time to feel pain, let alone have a flashback of my life. Yeah, you can argue that that particular kind of death will absolve you or free you from that burden of reflecting in a flash over your whole life. But we really don't know because we assume that once the bullet goes through the heart, that's everything. Everything just shuts down instantly. Yeah, but an instant, right? In the sense that we are using it, an instant can still be a very, very long time. A very, very long time. For example, if you are inside a black hole, that instant, that's a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a second, is probably thousands of years outside of that black hole. And who is to say that our minds do not operate with this cosmic relativity, like maybe in that particular state of being, or time for you means something entirely different. Yeah, obviously, these are some very extreme thoughts, but I think it's always good to like experiment with these, right? To take normal, natural events, things that happen. For example, having a flash when you have a brush with death is a regular thing, right? Yeah, but the people who die in such situations, they never come back to tell us how it felt like and everything. We have heard how it feels like from the people who have been there and survived, but we never heard from people who didn't make it. Yeah, so there is still a lot of unknowns surrounding that. And indeed, anyone, like most people's fear of death is because they don't know, because they just don't know what death means. People say um, there are things people fear more than death, right? There are so many things that some people fear more than death. Um, I remember a quote in one movie. I think it is Castlevania. Um, yeah. So one of the characters said something like, "It is not death that frightens us. It is never having begun to live." That might not be the most accurate, the most accurate way in which that quote was said, but it was something to that effect. It is not death that frightens us. It is never beginning to live. So, there is a lot to life, and there is a lot of meaning around death. And how you live your life determines how your death will be. So, we can live our lives in a way that we will not dread that death. We will not dread watching it again, right? Um, yeah. So I just thought I would share these thoughts on that. One day your life will flash before your eyes. Make sure it is worth watching. So, as you live your life, um, don't assume that nothing that it is 100% private. There might come a time when sure, those experiences, those things that you did will be private to other people, but not to you. It will feel like a breach of privacy when you yourself goes over those experiences, those memories and everything. Yeah, so live your life such that you will look back on the things you did and didn't do and be proud of all of them. Yeah, I think that's all. Okay, so for my customary recap at the end of almost every video I'm creating, the point of these videos, the primary purpose of these videos is to improve my communication skills. So, most of the video, every video that you watch basically is usually recorded in just one take. So I apologize for the mistakes. But the reason I do it in just one take is to train my brain to be able to just speak and speak coherently without having prepared beforehand. Because the kind of speaking skills that I need to use in the world and online do not afford me the luxury of having time to go and prepare and go over my material before I deliver it. So yeah, thank you for your patience. Thank you for putting up with them. And yeah, go live your best life yet. Bye bye.